Hello. Let's see. Let's do that one instead. Hello, hello. Thank you for first lemon, second stormy, third death. And hello, is it Darky? Dvarky? And hello, Snow. Hi. So sorry. We are currently a work in progress because, as per last stream, I had deleted all of StreamerBot. So this is what I have so far. I have first, second, third figured out, sort of set up, but it won't do anything other than just saying, hi, you have this. Oh, I guess I could actually. I know there's a way. There's a way. Let's see. Let's see. I've got. Because there's a way to do that, right? Let's see. Trio. Because there's a way. I know there's a way that it had it. So, about time the bot was fired. I see we make more than about. Well, it wasn't Noodles. It was not Noodles' fault. It's not Noodles' fault. It was my fault for accidentally deleting all of my streamer bot data. So it's the actual chat bot data, not Noodle himself. Noodle tries his best. He's just a Nudibranch. He's just a little guy. He's trying. He's trying. He's not actually on sabbatical. He's the jelly rank ran away with the spoon. So right now, jelly rank is unfortunately gone. I don't have my queue up and running right now. So there's a lot going on right now. But I wanted to get your opinion. So I took off because my nails had grown out quite a bit, and I need to trim my nails. So we could do nails, or I got these little, they're not Legos, they're off-brand bricks. And I have these kits, and they're very cute. They're all ocean themed. And I thought we could put them together, but I didn't know if everybody wanted to do like a traditional ASMR stuff, or we're just kind of playing with sounds. If we wanted to do a brick building thing, they're really cute. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'm attached. Oh no, I'm tangled too. Oh gosh. I swapped out headphones. And, let's see. So we've got like a little seal, a sea otter, a hermit crab, like a little light blue whale, an orca, dark blue whale, a jellyfish, a pufferfish, and a shark. I mean, alright, sweethearts, it's what is anything traditional here? I'm a very traditional woman. I didn't know if you knew that or not. I'm very traditional. Like the strictest definition of traditionally unwell. All steeped in tradition, right? Right? So, I thought we could do them. They're very cute. But it would take a little bit of a setup. I would need to set up my webcam. Hi. So I wasn't sure if we wanted to do that or not. I was going to bring up my little... What was it? Let me see how these are. Let me see. Although the sharks, I think the last one. I would like to do them in order just because that's how I am. But I have two sets of them. Traditionally, I like to oil up. I don't know about that. That doesn't seem to be too much of my own tradition. So, let's see. Let's see, do I have... Nah. Just because Snow likes to oil up doesn't mean that we're going to yuck their young, right? Snow is welcome to be as oiled up as they would like, but it is, what is it? Hydrophobic? So, Snow would probably be drifting away. Oil up all the time, yeah. It's important to stay hydrated. I live under the water, so it's fine. I stay nice and moist. Uh-oh. I took my necklace off and it's tangled in my headphones. Nope, that's the wrong way. Oh gosh, I'm making it worse. Oh gosh, there we go. I like floating above the water. Feels nice. Yeah, I think so. Being above the water is nice, but being under the water is nice too. Under the sea. Let's see. So what would we like to do? We could do ASMR stuffs like per usual. I have books. My Edgar Allan Poe book came in, so we could do... Wow. Thank you, Alex. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the biddies. Oopsie, that one. Thank you, my dear. Did that do anything? And I was supposed to I thought that would do something, but I didn't see it. Well, hopefully it did something. But welcome in, Alex. Or we could do these little Lego. They're not Lego. They're brick building. But they're really cute. But I would have to go get... Let me see, do I have... get these itty bitty moths, and they're the most annoying little thing. One of them just came out of my drawer with all my watercolor supplies. I don't know what it was doing in there. But I would have to go get my, what's it? Palette. I have like a palette I can use to separate the color of the bricks. It's very late. I'm gonna probably pass out shortly, but I wanted to stop by and say hello. Well, thank you, Alex, for stopping by. Get some rest, sweetie. Get some rest, Alex. Good girl. Alex is a good girl who needs rest. I hope you get some good rest, Alex. I appreciate you stopping by. Always checking in and dropping by like a good girl. So thank you. Get some good rest. Get some good rest. So I would like to do these, like, they're called zoofish at some point. Can you do hourglass as well? Of course I can. Of course. I just didn't know if you guys wanted to do it tonight. It got delivered today. And there's nine different ones, but I got 2 of one of them. So I was thinking of doing maybe a giveaway. But I don't know if anyone would be interested in these. They're cute. You're absolutely delightful. Nah. You're the one that's delightful, Alex. I appreciate you. Get some rest, sweetie. It's gonna be a long week. Probably. I think every week's about the same. But today was this weekend. From Friday was rough. Saturday was an adventure. Today wasn't too bad. We went up to my in-laws, my mother and father-in-laws. Uh-oh, the tablet's falling. Oh gosh. And they got about 7 inches of snow. So it was kind of, we went up sledding. And they are going to be selling that house, which is my partner's childhood home. So it was kind of going to be like the last time we all could sled up there. So we really wanted to go up to the mountains. But I don't do well at altitude, despite having lived in higher altitude all my life. When I go even higher, I'm not very good at it. So yeah, today was not bad per se, just long. So let's do some hourglasses, and then maybe I'll do a poll. That's a good idea, a poll. Let's see. I'm not very good at this Twitch stuff. Let's see, stream manager, poll, new poll. Ooh. What was it? Windows and names. So we'll do a 3-minute poll. We'll do that. But yeah. And then we will, while we do that, while that poll runs, I'll do uninterrupted hourglass. Where's my thing? Hopefully that was okay. Let's see. Everything sounds really quiet to me, so I need to turn up my own volume, so I apologize. And hello, John. Welcome in. Let's see. Reading or nails seems to be the... We need one more vote. Let's see. Because my nails need trimming, and then we would need to do pull out all of the stuff. So it would take a little bit of a setup, but it's not too much of an inconvenience. Nails, okay. Well, we can do that. Let me get set up, and then yeah, we'll see about trying to set this up in a good way. Cause let's see. I'm assuming you all would like the actual visual of it, right? Like the visual kind of adds to it as opposed to just the auditory. Did I say hello to you, John? I'm so sorry if I didn't. Hello, John. But, let's see. So if you give me just, let's see. Actually, I'll just do it with the microphone on, but I have to unplug my own headphones. So if things are loud, I do apologize. I will try to be as quiet as possible. Let me see about setting up the actual visuals on top of the auditory. So I can't sleep yet until I flip my laundry. But I've gone around to say hi to all my favorite streamers. Y'all always stream at the same time, but I'm here to stay and eventually sleep. Oh yay! I'm so glad that worked. My gacha worked, so I'm really glad that worked. Hello, Alfie. Welcome. And hi, Nessie, my dear. Hello. I'm sorry you can't sleep yet, Alex. As someone who perpetually forgets her laundry, I get that. So it is important. But yeah, I do apologize that happens when people stream all the time. It happens to me all the time too. I want to support like people in my community. I want to support my friends. I want to support I want to be in some of the other ASMR streamers because I really streams because I really enjoy them. But they all stream at the same time too. Like, what would it be, like 4 hours before me? 4 or 5 hours before me. I think almost everybody I know is like East Coast. Central at the very very closest, but most everybody is like Central to East Coast or like farther east. There's only a few people that are in my time zone that I'm aware of, and I think Ren is the only one I know in California. So, but yeah, you're so skibbity, you're so phantom tax. I don't know what any of that means, my dear. But thank you. Holiam. I'm Canadian. Also, I was in your time zone like a week ago. Oh, I guess so, huh? Do you guys deal with time zone change? It's a song. Yeah, I know it has something to do with like something to do with what's it called? Current jargon, current slang. And I have seen like songs that are like Christmas carols, but with like slang terms, but I don't know what any of it means. Something about Ohio Riz Gibbity something or other. Current brain rot, yeah. Brain rot and slang terms. I've never heard your time zone before. Until you. Oh, yeah, no. Mountain time, for sure. I know that there's Canada that does have that. So my family in Canada has are all in the same time zone. So I'm guessing, Death, you were visiting Mountain Time area in Canada. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do nails. Do you guys? Let me do one more poll. New poll. Visual. Let's see. Set. Okay, so we're gonna start that poll. Alberta, yeah. No, that's where my family's from. I think mainly a lot of them. So my father was born in Edmonton, I believe. But I know that we would visit my grandparents in Calgary. So very similar when it comes to like same time zone, very similar geographical stuff. Like obviously it's going to be a little bit colder. Multiple votes. I have 15,000 points. I'm sorry, Death. Let's see. Can I edit that? Oh, I can't edit that. Okay, but being auditory only makes it. I don't have to actually set up my I can run it again, Death, if you want. I don't know. Should I redo it? Because I would have to set up my camera. Thank you, Tentacola, for the follow. Welcome to my little corner of the ocean where nothing is working. Well, I voted audio. Awesome. Okay. Well, it looks like right now, unless 2 or 3 more people swoop in and change it, should be okay. Let's see. What do I need? I have trash bag. I have. What else do I need? Oh, I need the gel. Let's see. I need to plug it all in. So where's the gel? Adhesive. And where is everything? I also want to do. I accidentally voted visual. I meant to vote audio. No worries, Alex. No worries. Sounds like audio it is, anyways. Makes it easier because then I don't have to set up a camera and all that. But I do need to figure out where I put everything. So you'll have to. Oh no, there's the gel. Okay, so I need to plug in the light. I promise. A hand cam? Yeah, it would be a hand cam. It would just be like a phone. We did it the last time we did my nails. But it would require me setting up a stand, setting up the phone, and all that. So I wasn't there. I'm sorry, dear. We can do it again. I want to do a hand cam because I have these. That's what I was talking about for setting up the Lego things. Is like I have these like world oceans, like zoo fish, and so they're like these cute little brick building kits. And there's 9 of them. I have 10 of them because they sent me a double. So I was gonna probably give away that double, but I was gonna set it up so that you could see like all the pieces. We could build it together. And I didn't grow up with Legos, so I'm very brick building inexperienced. So I'm very bad at them. But like my nails look disgusting, and so I was like, I don't know if you guys want to watch a hand cam of gross looking nails. See, where is, and I got behind on my medicine today, So I am in pain, and it's so much fun. And by so much fun, I mean not at all. Let's see. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a bowl back here. I need to clean. You all don't seem to know just how, I'm so sorry for all the loud noise, how disorganized and messy I am. Know what you need? Some gamer subs. I know, right? I already had 3 servings today, so I could technically have one more. But I'm gonna be good and not do that right before bed, even though I don't think it really affects me too bad, because even the day that I had like 5 servings, I took a nap that day in the middle of the day. I was so tired. Oh gosh. Ugh. Should I bother with a yawn counter? I had that, but nobody seemed to use it, so it really didn't matter to me. Or I didn't use it often enough to have it matter. So here's one set of things. I need to return the library books tomorrow. Let's see. Ouch. Look at all these triggers that I have that I haven't used in a while. I should probably use them. Quite enjoyed a lot of them. I have wanted to do a watercolor string recently too, but that requires a lot of setup. Or a lot extra setup. Oh my gosh, why is my room so messy? I would have loved that. That sounds so cute. Right? But that's what I had for the thing. Well, I can set it up, but first I need to find everything. Let's see. Ouch. Oh gosh. Nails. Bear with me, I apologize. So where is it? I swear, I would lose my head if it weren't attached. So then where is it? Oh goodness. So where would it be? There's like no other places it could be. Unless it's like somewhere on my desk. But I don't think it is. Loofahs. I got dead cats and loofahs everywhere. And a drum. You know, the important things. Books. Dust cover. Triggers. Pins, which might be important. More triggers. Even more triggers. And even more triggers. Okay. So there's that. So where would it be? Where are my nails? I apologize. Hi everyone, sorry I'm late. Hi Wes. Hello, hello, hello Felina. Hello. Let's see. Where are my nails? Attached to your hand, silly. Da 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 da. Okay. I miss Bumpus. I know, I'm sorry, my dear. I thought he started with a P. Oh gosh. I'm typing numbers. Maybe they're in the wall. It could be. It could be. Maybe he ran away with the jelly rank. When I obliterated everything from my computer like a dumbass. They were never heard from again. Huh. So then where did those nails go? Like seriously. Okay, there's something there that I could use. My battery's dead. Can it fall? It can't have fallen like... It wouldn't have fallen behind the computer, right? I don't know where it would have fallen behind my computer. Because I just checked behind my computer recently. Right? Unless it went under. Can't go under. Oh, that's really great to go under. Okay. So that's the case. Where did they go? Sorry, I apologize. If you don't mind me asking. Asking what, my dear? Oh, but the jelly rank running away with everything? Oh, no, we don't have an uninterrupted. Oh my gosh. Hi, Stormy, my dear. Hello. I got my general, like, list of people for the shout-out, but, like, my specialized shout-outs I don't have, like, all set up either, and I'm really upset. Hi, cutie. No, you. You're the cutie. Stormy's a cutie. If you guys like Final Fantasy 14 and Lalafells, because Lalafells are the best, you should give Stormy a check. They're very cute, and you should tell them that they're cute all the time. Bombard them with cute talk, because they are a cutie. Did the system update or something? No, I accidentally... Are you gonna be mad? Are you gonna be disappointed at me? Are you gonna be... I think I'd be disappointed with me. I am disappointed with me. Because it had nothing to do. The anxiety you gave me due to your organization skills forced me to organize my own damn computer. This is why you make a backup of a backup. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know. And, like, it already gives you backups. It already gives you backups. And so, I cleared out some things and rearranged stuff. Because I was trying to get organized. I was really trying to get organized. And I was trying to find some files so I could learn to rig. Because I had started the process to learn. Why would I be disappointed? Because I'm a dumbass. But in my defense, jellies don't have any brains. I almost said ears because I was trying to talk into the ear. But jellyfish don't have that either. But, yeah. So, I was trying to be organized and find some learning files. And I may have cleaned out all of my, not all of it, but a good chunk of my downloads folder, because I've got a bunch of crap in my downloads folder that I really don't need. And apparently my streamer bot was in there. So, everything's gone. All the information, all the rank info, all the check-ins, all the counters, everything. Did you hard delete clear trash? Yeah, I don't like having things in my recycling bin. And so I tried Rakuva, and it tried its best. It found a lot of stuff, and it didn't do anything for fixing it, because all of the backup files were kind of corrupt. So, yeah, it's gone. Because I did that was Friday. That was Friday. I got started, so I did that Friday around noon. And then stream happened. And I opened up everything, and it said, hey, your streamer bot, like, information is not here, like, your shortcut's no longer here. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then I started, and I had somebody redeem first, and then I had somebody redeem first, and then I had somebody redeem first. And I went, uh-oh, I yucked up. So that's when we started the Rakuva process, sort of. Not sort of. So that's when I went down to my partner, who's IT, and went, well, I sent them a message first going, hey, is this time sensitive? And they said, yeah, you're probably pretty screwed. So they tried to help me the best that they could, but then they were like, well, you should probably stop streaming because it's just going to overwrite more data. So, yeah. It's better off not recovering the corrupted files. Yeah, most of it had been written over, and any of the other stuff just didn't work or open, so it was like, okay, well, there goes everything. I have some old Mix It Up information that I could open up and do, and then manually for the like third time go and put in Mix It Up's data for Jelly Rank and all that. But to be honest, I did that the first time, and we had I think 200 less followers than we do now. So 300 I think. You should probably stop streaming. Absolutely not. Well, they were like talking about like, well, you should close some programs, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I go, oh, should I be like not streaming? Because they're like, yeah, the less data you're sending out and all that, the better. And I went, oh, I should probably do that. Everyone has to learn about making backups of critical stuff the hard way at least once. And if you're dumb like me, it'll happen a few times. Well, and like StreamerBot already makes a backup, and so I was like, it's fine. And that's what happens when I rearrange folders. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And then we started talking about my organization and how I don't keep any of my art files. So this is what Ren is really upset at me about. Ren was like, wow, you are very anxiety inducing. I stressed her out on Friday. Because I don't save any of my art because it just uses up disk space. And I'm a very young lady. Very young. But supposedly very young, huh? Very. I'm in my mid 20s. I'm in my mid 20s. And supposedly disk space was a little harder to come by. So I got in the habit of not keeping things. I would post it to the internet. And there it is. So if my Tumblr of 10 years goes missing, there goes all of that art forever. Uses up disk space, they say now that a hard drive can hold 1001 gigabyte files and still have room for another 1000. I know, especially since like all my stuff is now on a 2 terabyte disk, which is why I was like, oh yeah, I have my bot over there. No, it was in my downloads folder. Wow, it makes a really weird face when I drink. But yeah, so yeah, showing my age too, right? We are very young, Silicon. We are definitely in our 20s-ish, 30s-ish, early 30s at the oldest. Or hard drive SSDs are better, faster, and last longer than hard drives, tend not to break down, but hard drives are a lot cheaper. Yeah, I know. I have the space. I just don't have the habits. Just like I'm not very good at remembering to save. Like ever. That's why I either screenshot my setups or write them down on a notepad, so I'll always be able to set up quick if I delete something. Well, my bot had a lot of complicated stuff that I worked through. it had a lot of complicated stuff. So the actual rank system is quite complicated. And everything was tied, almost everything was tied to that, right? So a lot of the toggles were just toggles. I need to just set it up. Exactly, screenshots. But I'd have to open up every single, like, thing. Because there's a lot of information. It would have taken, whatever. So, you know. So, yeah. And I don't have my art kind of doing anything. So I just kind of, I condense things. I don't like having a lot of layers because they confuse me. So I flatten and merge every layer I can as soon as possible, which really screws me over if I later decide I need to make an edit. To which Lunar just, my partner just like shakes their head. But don't worry, Ren. Don't worry, Ren. My setup and my organization stuff on the computer and the way I deal with art stuff piss off my partner too. Windows 11 autosave. I'm not upgrading. No. Fuck Windows 11. You scare me. I know. I wish I could give you some head pads. Oh, I guess I could do that. Let me set that up. Let's see. I should be able to. Okay, so then we should be able to Twitch, channel reward redemption, headpad, and then we should be able to integrations, VTube Studio, trigger hotkey, right? Then it would be headpad, and then no, we wanna integrations, VTube Studio, set expression state, blush, enable. Okay, so like that. Bad news, bro. No more security Windows updates for 10. Like now, basically, October 14th, technically. Oh, well, I'm just doing as my partner says. So, Windows 11 is great. Yeah, that's what they all say about like all the other updates that Windows did. You know what was great? I didn't get to experience it because I'm a very young lady, but Windows XP. That's my favorite. But not because I experienced it and grew up on it and lived on it and understood it. Definitely not because of that. Definitely not. Let's see. Platforms. Toggles. And then we can enable. Like that one. I did blow out my W11. I don't know what that means. The blout? Not gonna lie. Windows 11 is mid at best. Okay, see, Wes gets it. Wes understands. Oh, wait. I forgot. Where's my settings? And then subs. Okay, so then we need to do Stream Deck. And then we need to do, and that needs to be subs. There we go. The only thing that can truly ruin hard drives are malicious encryption and or physical wipe using like a magnet or something. Oh. But either way, I yuck things up. So it'll take me a bit to. I dare you to run Windows, to run XP again. For that matter, I'm eager to see you plug a USB device into it and then move it to a different port. What could possibly go wrong? Bloatware W10 had it too. Oh, okay. Windows 10 had it too. Oh. What could possibly go? Nothing could possibly go. I don't know why you would think anything could possibly go wrong with that. Where is my phone? There it is. Discord hate stream is dying. God damn it, son of a. You know what? You know what? Frame rate. You know what? Why? I'm not even doing anything. I don't understand. Okay. You know what? You know what? I'm not even doing anything. I've been yapping for an hour. Seems to have recovered. Okay. Good. Now let me see. Message. Lunar. Poke. So, for some reason, it always has, but I can never get a hold of my partner, like ever. Because apparently our devices hate each other so much that it very rarely sends our messages, or we hear them or see them or receive them. So it's great fun when I'm actually needing them. But you know. I've got hard drives, albeit not in my PC, that are probably as old as I am, if not older, and I'm 18. Me too. No, I'm not 18. I'm in my early mid-20s. Definitely. Welcome in, Sumo, by the way. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can find my nails so that we can actually do this nail thing. Otherwise, we're gonna do, I don't know. Mid-20s, yes. Like 25. That's a nice number. That's a nice number. Should we go with that? Definitely 25. Yes. Nina is definitely 25 pounds overweight. Although I think I'm more than that, actually, so ignore that. I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can locate some nails. You can get us to vote on. No, Death, I definitely am. Definitely am. I think 25 was a good year. Because 28 is when the back pain definitely started to happen. 25 was an okay year. I'll be right back, my loves. Okay, my dears. So, I don't know where my nails are, so we're not gonna do nails. We'll just read. I had other ideas of doing stuff, but at this point we have like an hour. And yes, were you guys having a party without me? You didn't think to invite me? Didn't think maybe I would love to join in your dance party? Maybe just a little. But let's see. So we've got we have Robert Frost, we have Grimm's Fairy Tales, and we have the complete unabridged Edgar Allan Poe. Yep, nope, you weren't invited. That's fair. That's fair. I get it. It's because I'm a girl failure. Because this is what happens. I'm a real reader. Instant mommy librarian vibes. Well, this is what I was wearing on Friday, my dear. And I know I definitely set myself up because my title, my going live notification said something about things being grim because we were going to read Grimm's Fairy Tales. And then that's when everything was broken. But I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Let's see. Do the head pads work? They should work. Okay, good. At least that works. At least that works. Let's see. Let's see. It was probably cold on Friday. I don't think my nipples are showing. They're not very pointy, are they? Oh, I was probably out cold. Oh, okay. I'm illiterate. I cannot read. But yeah, I know you went to bed because you weren't feeling well. How are you feeling, by the way? Are you feeling any better than you were on Friday? Because I know you said you weren't feeling particularly the greatest. So, I hope you are doing better, at least today, than you were on Friday. Let's see. So, Poe or Grimm? Grimm or Poe? Or Robert Frost, I guess. What about Robert Frost? Where did I put Poe, though? Let's see. Oh, God. Welcome to the stream where Minari is just looking for her stuff. Where's all my stuff? Where could it be? Probably under a pile of crap. I am feeling better. Yes, I'm glad, my dear. I'm glad. I need a bookshelf. Although I'm afraid like the bookshelf that I would have would be too tall. Like if I did it above my computer or above my monitors on the wall in front of me, I know it would be way too tall for me to reach. Let's see. I know I dropped in and I passed out in the corner of chat. I know, my dear. I put a blanket on you. Grim fairy tales? I don't know. You choose. Shorty. I am short. I am very short, yes. Let's see. Tonight is the night of the poles. Book. Grim. Poe. Frost. And then we'll do additional votes. Because Death asked for additional votes. What did I just come back to? Welcome back, my dear. Well, just that I wouldn't be able to reach a shelf. But I can't find my nails, so we're just gonna read. So I have some new books, courtesy of Derpy, one of my trophy mods. Why is the pinned comment saying Rin is actually younger than she actually is? No, I'm 25, my dear. I always have been. I always have been. And I always will. Always will. Potato or rice? I don't have any rice. I could. Although that's not in free domain yet. That's not in public domain yet, right? But welcome in, Otamers. Welcome, welcome, my dear. But potato or rice? It depends. It depends. Probably... Rice, maybe. Kind of. I don't know, it depends. I am always up for Korean food, and so, like, you have to have rice with Korean food. But, thanks, great night. Have a good one, Otamers. 151 and 114. What are you guys doing? Nom noms. Hello, fungi. Welcome in. No one for Poe? Color me shocked. I even have like the big book. It's huge. It's like the complete unabridged version of Edgar Allan Poe's fiction and poetry. But I do have Frost. I do like Robert Frost. We did that on Friday. We read some Robert Frost. This was the Edgar Allan Poe book. Lemon, I have 15k points. You aren't winning. I thought you were saving, my dear. I thought you were saving death. I have 6 points. If I could give points, I would. I can give jelly rank, or I could. I can't right now, but... I spent every last point voting. Should I put it in singles instead? I don't know how much to charge for these things. Oh, we got two votes for Poe. The Grimm's is nice because it's a leather-bound book, so it's like leather, and it has that like pretty detailing where there's like the gold on the edges of the page. It's like a leather book, and it has a bookmark in it, which I never use those things. They always just are cumbersome and always in my way. Because the Grimm brothers were goated. Yeah. No, they were. I think it was Allie who really wanted Grimm's fairy tales, so that's why it got added to the throne. Because my first reading stream was Poe, and but that's just because public domain. But you know what else is also public domain? Winnie the Pooh. So, let's see. We started last time in country things and other things. So let's just start from the beginning. Let's see. The trouble also is that there's like a whole bunch of like forewords and stuff. Oop, sorry. I did not mean to hit. Did not mean to hit it. Let's see. So 1 is an invitation, 2 is the code. Oh, the pasture. The code and other stories. The hired men and other people. Stopping by woods and other places. The runaway and other animals. Oh, where's the Jabberwocky? Because that one's always fun. Where's the Jabberwocky? I think we should teach Rin domain expansion. Well, like the original, not the Disney related, but I'm pretty sure A.A. Milne's like Winnie the Pooh stories are hit public domain sometime last year, maybe. I think. Just so long as you can draw him, you just can't draw him with like a red shirt. So, hi Shorty, hi Kusari Gamba, welcome in. Domain expansion, like malevolent backshots, malevolent, you mean? The Berkshire one, Be Shorted one is still Disney's. The other ones went public domain January 1st, 2022. Yeah. So we could read the actual ones. Where did everything go? You were here on Friday, Kusarigama. I may have accidentally nuked StreamerBot. So the jelly rank ran away with the spoon. Oops. I'm working on it though. I have a little bit. My god. Well, it was in my downloads folder, and I was trying to clear out my downloads folder, and I didn't realize that it was in my downloads folder. So, yeah. And I don't like having things in my recycling bin. I don't like seeing it like a full recycling bin, even though it's just like one image is in there. So I nuke everything every time I put something in the recycling bin. And I did that on at noon, and didn't realize my whoopsie until stream started at about 9 p.m. Domain expansion, Swamp of Serenity. Your IT huzz needs to childproof your files. Yeah, I know. I could probably poke my wife to do that, but she's got a lot on her hands anyways. I already told her about this, and she just like, well, you're fucked. It's like, I know. Right, click on desktop, select view, uncheck, show desktop items, fix that. Uncheck, show desktop items. Will fix the recycling bin icon. Let's see. But like, that's the only place I can see my recycling bin, is on the desktop. So then will it just let's see. View. Show desktop icon. No, I need that. I do everything from I do everything from my desktop. But I need can't be annoyed by things to save. Can't be annoyed by things designed to save your bottom if you can't see them. But it has all my other icons on there. I put all my icons on my desktop. my streamer bot to run the program. That's how I open up OBS, StreamerBot, Tits, VBridger, and VTube Studio. And so when Tits loads before everything else, I end up having to tap out of everything in order to get back to my desktop to open the rest of the things. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. See, I don't want all this forward. Okay, an invitation. Can't help the unwilling. Well, it's fine as long as I keep my recycling bin empty. It's fine. See? My system works. It doesn't actually, but it exists. An invitation, the pasture. I'm going out to clean the pasture spring. I'll only stop to rake the leaves away and wait to watch the water clear. I may. I shan't be gone long. You come too. I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young. It totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shan't be gone long. You come too. I have a great idea. Oh, okay. I'd love to hear it. For reading ASMR, you should read PC manuals. I'm gonna try to fall asleep. Get some rest, Wes. Thank you for stopping by. Get some rest, okay? But I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. I didn't see what your comment was about it, though. You said something about you were feeling better, combating my gremlins and my nightmares. I think lap can wait. Sap can wait? I can't read it. My pinned comment is in the way. Let me get back to the... Let's see. EAP can wait. Oops, I can't read. I read that completely wrong. Lots of love. Safe, everyone. Good night. Good night. Have a good one, Wes. Thanks for stopping by. You'll bore us to sleep and you'll learn how not to nuke your PC. But I'll fall asleep too. And then I'll end up knocking shit over on my desk. I'm a very active sleeper. So then you'll hear me knocking shit over, breaking things, and I sleep like the dead, so I wouldn't notice it, but it would wake you all up because it'd be loud and intrusive, and it just wouldn't be worth it. Right? The tuft of flowers, womp womp, and EP ASMR artist just means good ASMR artist. Not if I'm reading PC manuals. Besides, do they even make them anymore? Like hard copy? Because you need to have the smell of books. Because I feel like they'd be pretty outdated, right? But I guess if you want to send me some, I will make sure to use them as good paperweights. Or something to sit on, right? To make me taller. Let's see. The tuft of flowers. I went to turn the grass once after one who mowed it in the dew before the sun. The dew was gone that made his blade so keen before I came to view the leveled scene. Hello, Miss Minori. Hello, Ketchup. Welcome in, my dear. Did you use the restroom before you sat down? I have Pete's Treats. What's Pete's Treats? What are Pete's Treats? Are they a type of like snack? I enjoy snacks. I have some Stacy's garlic parmesan chips. I'm really excited, but they're really loud. And I've been obsessing over Cocoa Pebbles. Been eating a lot of Cocoa Pebbles. Rice Krispie treats, but peanut butter instead of marshmallows. Oh. Well, I'm glad you like them. I don't like peanut butter. I'm not a peanut butter person, but I'm glad you enjoy them. I looked for him behind an aisle of trees. I listened for his whetstone on the breeze. But he had gone his way, the grass all mown, and I must be, as he had been, alone. As all must be, I said, within my heart, whether they work together or apart. But as I said it, swift there passed me by, on noiseless wing a bewildered butterfly, seeking with memories grown dim or night, some resting flower of yesterday's delight. And once I marked his flight go round and round, as where some flowers lay withering on the ground. And then he flew as far as I could see, and then on tremulous wing came back to me. I thought of questions that have no reply, and would have turned to toss the grass to dry. But he turned first and led my eye to look at a tall tuft of flowers beside a brook. A leaping tongue of bloom the scythe had spared. Beside a reedy brook the scythe had bared. I left my place to know them by their name, finding them butterfly weed when I came. The mower and the dew had loved them thus, leaving them to flourish, not for us, nor yet to draw one thought of ours to him, but sheer morning gladness at the brim. The butterfly and I had lit upon, nevertheless, a message from the dawn. Hi Minori, sorry I can't stay for long because I'm going to get some sleep. I hope I will see you again soon. Bye. By the way, if you will stream again soon, I'll make sure to join in time. Goodbye for now. Of course, Lavos. Get some night. Get some rest. Good night, my dear. Get some good rest. Thank you for stopping by, Lavos. The butterfly and I had lit upon, nevertheless, a message from the dawn that made me hear the wakening birds around and hear his long scythe whispering to the ground. Minari, thank you so much, Lurk. Sorry, my dear, everything's broken, but I appreciate it. I promise, Levels, it's not the bot tonight. It is the lack of bot. So I do apologize, my dear. Unless it worked, but it may or may not have. And feel a spirit kindred to my own, so that henceforth I worked no more alone. But glad with him I worked as with his aid, and weary sought at noon with him the shade, and dreaming as it were held brotherly speech with one whose thought I had not hoped to reach. Men work together, I told him from the heart, whether they work together or apart. me see. I gotta make sure it has the Jabberwocky in here and where it is, because it is a fun poem. Because this is the code and other stories. Let's see. Do I not have it? Oh, it doesn't. So where is it? Does it not? This was supposed to have all of them. Let's see. Bummer. I don't think it has it. At least not in this book. Oh. No, it's not in here. That's a bummer. Jabberwocky is part of Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass. I thought. One sec. Oh, okay, because I was talking about... Maybe it was just because we were talking about poems? Because I didn't think it was, but Lunar's favorite poem is the Jabberwocky. But when we were talking about... I thought it was because we were talking about Robert Frost. But maybe they were just referencing... Maybe she was just referencing poems in general. I'm gonna lay down. My back has been acting up. Good night, everyone. Good night, Ren. Buenas noches. Have a good night. I hope you feel better. Hopefully your back plays nice tomorrow. And thank you, It's Trash Panda, for the care package stretch. But yeah, no. Lewis Carroll, it would make more sense. I was wondering why they said Robert. Well, I thought it was because we were talking about Robert Frost. Because I was saying, obviously, as basic as it is, the Road Not Taken was my favorite poem by Frost, specifically. So I think they just misunderstood and thought favorite poem, period. Anyway, sorry I got distracted. Blueberries. You know the trouble is that there's a lot of... Okay. There's a lot of, what is it? Like, forewords between each poem. So it's kind of hard to tell which part starts the poem and which not, especially like blueberries. You ought to have seen what I saw on my way to the village through Patterson's pasture today. Blueberries as big as the end of your thumb, real sky blue and heavy, and ready to drum, in the cavernous pale of the first one to come, and all ripe together, not some of them green, and some of them ripe you ought to have seen. I don't know what part of the pasture you mean. You know, where they cut off the woods. Let me see. It was 2 years ago, or no, can it be? no longer than that, and the following fall, the fire ran and burned it all up but the wall. Why, there hasn't been time for the bushes to grow. That's always the way with blueberries, though. There may not have been the ghost of a sign of them anywhere under the shade of the pine. But get the pine out of the way, you may have burned the pasture all over until not a fern or grass blade is left, not to mention a stick. And presto, they're all up around you as thick and hard to explain as a conjurer's trick. Thank you for the follow, Supreme Red Dex. And thank you for the follow, it's Trash Panda. I didn't see that, I apologize. Rins1erx. Either way, Rin, welcome in, my dear. Hello, hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well, Rin. We are reading some Frost. It must be on charcoal they fatten their fruit. I taste in them sometimes the flavor of soot. And after all really they're ebony skinned, the blues but a mist from the breath of the wind, a tarnish that goes at a touch of the hand, and less than one tan with which pickers are tanned. You're looking beautiful today, Minori. Thank you, Ketchup. You flatter me. Sorry, I should change the spelling. It's Rinsler, but I go by Rin and Rins. Oh, that would make sense. I am illiterate, which is why we're doing a reading stream. Makes sense. But no worries, Rinsler and Rin. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well in your time zone, be it day or night. A tarnish that goes at a touch of the hand, and less than the tan with which pickers are tanned. Does Patterson know what he has, do you think? Tablet's sliding away. Oh my god. I'm good, it's day currently, but normally it would be night from where I'm from. Oh, I see. I apologize, I'm making a bunch of loud noise. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, my dear. Does Patterson know what he has, do you think? He may, and not care, and so leave with the chewink to gather them for him. You know what he is. He won't make the fact that they're rightfully his an excuse for keeping us other folk out. I wonder you didn't see Lauren about. The best of it was that I did. Do you know, I was just getting through what the field had to show, and over the wall and into the road, when who should come by with a Democrat load? Democrat load? Of all the young chattering Laurens alive, but Lauren, the fatherly, out for a drive. He saw you then? What did he do? Did he frown? He just kept nodding his head up and down. You know how politely he always goes by, but he thought a big thought, I could tell by his eye, which being expressed might be this in effect: I have left those there berries, I shrewdly suspect, to ripen too long. I am greatly to blame. He's a thriftier person than some I could name. 'Twould twiddling my thumbs waiting for a flight. My girlfriend is asleep at home and wandering the internet. Followed the other day during the scuff and wanted to say hello. Well, I appreciate you stopping back in after the scuff. Ugh, the scuffening. I know it seems to be a streamer's or VTuber's rite of passage, but typically, or a lot of times, it's out of my control. Me deleting my bot was totally in my control. But I appreciate you stopping back in. I hope your flight goes well. Did you have a nice trip visiting your girlfriend? At least I'm assuming is the reason for your flight, returning from visiting your girlfriend. He seems to be thrifty, and hasn't he need with the mouths of all those young Lorens to feed. He has brought them all up on wild berries, they say. Like birds, they store a great many away. They eat them the year round, and those they don't eat, they sell in the store and buy shoes for their feet. Who cares what they say? It's a nice way to live, just taking what nature is willing to give, not forcing her hand with harrow and plow. I wish you had seen his perpetual bow, and the air of the youngsters, not one of them turned, and they looked so solemn, absurdly concerned. I wish I knew half what the flock of them know, of where all the berries and other things grow, cranberries and bogs and raspberries on top of the boulder-strewn mountains, and when they will crop. I met them one day, and each had a flower stuck into his berries as fresh as a shower. Some strange kind, they told me, it hadn't a name. I told you how once not long after we came, I almost provoked poor Loring to mirth by going to him of all people on earth, to ask if he knew any fruit to be had. For the picking, the rascal, he said, he'd be glad to tell if he knew, but the year had been bad. There had been some berries, but those were all gone. He didn't say where they had been. He went on. I'm sure, as polite as could be, he spoke to his wife in the door. Let me see. Mame, we don't know any good burying place. It was all he could do to keep a straight face. If he thinks all the fruit that grows wild is for him, he'll find he's mistaken. See here for a whim. We'll pick in the Patterson's pasture this year. We'll go in the morning, that is, if it's clear, and the sun shines out warm. The vines must be wet. It's so long since I picked, I almost forget how we used to pick berries. We took one look round, then sank out of sight like trolls underground, and saw nothing more of each other or heard, unless when you said I was keeping a bird away from its nest, and I said it was you. Well, one of us is, for complaining it flew around and around us, and then for a while we picked till I fear you had wandered a mile. And I thought I had lost you. I lifted a shout, too loud for the distance you were, it turned out. For when you made answer, your voice was as low as talking. You stood up beside me, you know. So for me, it's actually the scuff that made me fall. Well, I'm glad my scuff was entertaining enough to follow. Funny story, I travel across the world for work, so she's back at home with our 2 dogs. I miss her terribly. Oh, I see. Well, I hope your trip goes well, and I hope you return home soon. What book is this? Robert Frost poems. Some poems by Robert Frost. Right now this is The Blueberries. We shan't have the place to ourselves to enjoy. Not likely when all the young lords deploy. You'll be there tomorrow, or even tonight. They won't be too friendly. They may be polite. To people they look on as having no right to pick where they're picking, but we won't complain. You ought to have seen how it looked in the rain. The fruit mixed with water and layers of leaves, like 2 kinds of jewels, a vision for thieves. Let's see, so we've got about 15 more minutes. Sorry, my head itches. This year I have to spend 100 days away from home because I'm a junior member of the engineering team, although next year it should be only 20 or so. Well, that's good. I'm sorry to hear that a third of the year is going to be away, but at least it'll be worth it so that the following years are less and less. But yeah, once you make your way up that totem pole of climb the ladder, so to speak, I guess. I hope that it goes well. That you have safe trips, and that last year was 200 days. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. So at least it's in half, right? Like, that's a considerable drop in just 1 year. And it'll be even bigger of a drop. No, not bigger of a drop, but pretty big of a drop next year, right? No bigger. Right? Math. Hello, Al Congress. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Unless it's AI Congress. I Congress. Thank you for the follow, my dear. Home burial. I get made fun of at home sometimes because of the way I speak. It's a bit Canadian / Midwestern there, don't you know? With a little bit of prairie twang. And so I say burries instead of berries, like strawberries, blueberries. But I also say bury. So like if you go out and bury something in the yard. So there's no difference between bury and bury. You bury some berries. Bury some berries. It will be, thankfully. To be honest, I get paid well and get to work in my dream industry. That's good. Not everybody gets to do that, so I think it's nice that you were able to find work in general, but also work that is fulfilling. And it's important. We need engineers. We do, very much so. Just stay safe, okay? Home burial. He saw her from the bottom of the stairs. Before she saw him, she was starting down, looking back over her shoulder at some fear. She took a doubtful step, and then undid it. To raise herself and look again, she spoke, advancing toward her. What is it you see? From up there always, from up there always, for I want to know. She turned and sank upon her skirts at that, and her face changed from terrified to dull. He said to gain time, what is it you see? Mounting until she cowered under him. I will find out now, you must tell me, dear. She in her place refused him any help. With the least stiffening of her neck and silence, she let him look, sure that he wouldn't see. Blind creature, and a while he didn't see. But at last he murmured, oh, and again. "Oh, what is it?" she said. "Just that I see." "You don't," she challenged. "Tell me, what is it? What it is. Tell me what it is." "The wonder is I didn't see at once. I never noticed it from here before. I must be wanton to it. That's the reason. The little graveyard where my people are. So small the window frames the whole of it. Not so much not so much larger than a bedroom, is it? There are 3 stones of slate and 1 of marble. Broad-shouldered little slabs there are in the sunlight. On the side hill, we haven't to mind those. But I understand. It is not the stones, but the child's mound. Don't, 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 don't," she cried. She withdrew, shrinking from beneath his arm that rested on the banister, and slid downstairs, and turned on him with such a daunting look. He said twice over, before he knew himself, "Can't a man speak of his own child he lost?" "Not you. Oh, where's my hat? Oh, I don't need it. I must get out of here. I must get air. I don't rightly know whether any man can. Amy, don't go to someone else this time. Listen to me. I won't come down the stairs." He sat and fixed his chin between his fists. "There's something I should like to ask you, dear. You don't know how to ask it. Help me, then." His fingers moved the latch for all reply. "My words are nearly always an offense. I don't know how to speak of anything so as to please you. But I might be taught. I should suppose. I can't say I see how. A man must partly give up being a man with women folk. We could have some arrangement by which I'd blind myself to keep my hands off anything special you're a mind to name. Though I don't like such things twixt with those that love." "Teacher, sorry I don't study." "It's okay, we're going to build good study habits together, my dear Mama Anos? Mama Sanos. Moma. Either way, my dear, we'll study together and build good study habits." "Two that don't love can't live together without them, but two that do can't live together with them." She moved the latch a little. Don't go. Don't carry it to someone else this time. Tell me about it if it's something human. Let me into your grief. I'm not so much unlike other folks as you're standing there. A part would give me out. Give me my chance. I do think, though, you overdo it a little. What was it brought you up to think that the thing to take your mother loss of a first child so inconsolably in the face of love, you'd think his memory might be satisfied? There you go sneering now. I'm not. You make me angry. I'll come down to you. God, what a woman, and it's come to this. A man can't speak of his own child that's dead. You can't, because you don't know how to speak. If you had any feelings that you dug with your own hand, how could you, his little grave? I saw you from that very window there, making the gravel leap and leap in air, leap up like that, and land so lightly, and roll back down the mound beside the hole. I thought, who is that man? I didn't know you. And I crept down the stairs, and up the stairs to look again, and still your spade kept lifting. Then you came in. I heard your rumbling voice out in the kitchen, and I don't know why, but I went near to see with my own eyes. You could sit there with the stains on your shoes of the fresh earth from your own baby's grave, and talk about your everyday concerns. You had stood the spade up against the wall outside there in the entry, for I saw it. I shall laugh the worst laugh I have ever laughed. I'm cursed, God, if I don't believe I'm cursed. Hello, Vel Lightbright, thank you for the follow, my dear. Welcome to my little corner of the ocean. So long as I don't have to study thermos mechanics again. Don't worry, my dear, I am a jellyfish. We have no brains or central nervous systems, so I know the scientific term being jack shit about thermos mechanics. Thermos mechanics. Hello, Kai the Trash Panda. Thank you for the follow, my dear. Welcome to my little corner of the ocean. Welcome, welcome. We've got 2 trash pandas in our chat tonight. Or at least 2 trash panda follows. I can repeat the very words you were saying. 3 foggy mornings and 1 rainy day will rot the best birch fence a man can build. Think of it. Talk like that at such a time. How long it takes a birch to rot to do with what was in the darkened parlor. You couldn't care. The nearest friends can go with anyone to death. Come so far short, they might as well not try to go at all. No, from the time when one is sick to death, one is alone and he dies more alone. Friends make pretense of following to the grave, but before one is in it, their minds are turned, and making the best of their way back to life, and living people and things they understand. But the world's evil, I wouldn't have grief so. If I could change it, oh, I won't. I won't. I'm high in here to lurk and fall asleep. No worries, my dear. We're just reading some Robert Frost. Good, because I hate that I have to know it. And a worm. Yes, we do have a worm. Make that 3 trash pandas. Ooh, 3 trash pandas. Welcome in, Zen. Well, hi, Zen. I was just thinking of you. You thought it, so Zen appeared. But the world's evil. I won't have grief, so if I can change it, oh, I won't. I won't. There. You have said it all, and you feel better. You won't go now. You're crying. Close the door. The heart's gone out of it. Why keep it up, Amy? There's someone coming down the road. You think the talk is all. I must go. Somewhere out of this house. How can I make you? If you do, she was opening the door wider. Where do you mean to go? First, tell me that. I'll follow and bring you back by force. I will. While I wait for my flight, this will be nice. I'm glad. It's time for Eid. You should rest, Zen. Thank you for stopping by. Have a night, Zen. Have some good sleep. You as well, Kai. Get some good rest. We are actually reaching our 2-hour mark, so I will finish this one, and then we'll do some heartbeats, and then maybe a bedtime book. And yeah, we will raid out after. Let's see. Let's see what our bedtime book is for the night. Let's see. Goodnight Kisses. Okay. Many attempts have been made. Oh, I think that's the end of it actually. See, it's really hard to tell because like the poems will end, but then there's like almost an introduction to the poem, and it's not formatted differently or anything like that. And only some of them have forewords and information, and some of them don't. So I don't know what's the deal. So I'm going to be working to try and get the bot up and running slowly but surely. So we will have redeems back once again, hopefully. I think the next couple of streams are going to probably be either reading streams or brick building streams or something of that nature, so that in the interim I can get the bot kind of started back up again. But I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you all being here and hanging out with me and reading. I quite enjoy it. It helps me. I'm not very good at reading aloud, so it gives me a chance to practice that. Especially since my child is a very fast reader, much faster than I am. And so when I get something wrong, they let me know that I got something wrong. And I read it wrong. So let's see. Uh-oh. Pardon my extra arms. Let's see. My brother can be like that too. Yeah. Especially the things that they have memorized. So they know the Winnie the Pooh books by A.A. Milne very well. And so when I miss a the or what have you, they correct me. So oh, okay. Yeah, it was by Lewis Carroll. Okay, never mind. I don't know why my partner was talking about it when talking about Frost. Maybe it was just because we're talking about poetry. Maybe it was just poetry in general as opposed to Robert Frost poetry. Should we read the Jabberwocky first, I guess? No, actually, we'll do Jabberwocky as our bedtime. We'll do that one. But let's do. Let's see. Get that heart rate up there. And let's see. Why are you offline? You should be online. Come on. Yeah. It says offline. It's connected. Okay. closer. There we go. And I think just in time I hear a baby. So we'll see. Hello, Night Slasher. Welcome in, my dear. We're going to do some uninterrupted heartbeats, and then read the Jabberwocky, and then read on out. I wish reading to a kitten would put it to sleep. My little one is bouncing off the walls for some reason. Well, it's about time for the witching hour. So, you know, kitties and witching hour. Our kitty's witching hour is typically around now, or around 2 a.m. is when they get the zoomies, and they're really loud, and they're knocking everything over, and they're waking up children, and it's great fun. It's great fun. So much fun. Love it. But hopefully your little one settles the fuck down. Oh, come on, don't peek. I'm gonna settle him down if he doesn't. Sounds different, so it's really weird to hear it like this. So I apologize if it doesn't sound very good. I feel like you can hear every creak in my wrist. So I apologize if the heartbeat wasn't reading. Snapped there, so I apologize, my tears. Stop. Too many arms. Moral of the story: don't wear your bra. let's read The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll, and then we will raid out. Let's see if we can raid out tonight. But as usual, I appreciate you all being here. It means a lot, especially when none of my stuff is working. I agree, right? Ooh, Ember Star is made tonight. Let's see, who else have we got? Vilnius is out there. Nimwina. We haven't tried anyone new. All too recently. But I do know that sometimes new can be a hit or miss, and it's a little bit harder to tell right away. Ooh, somebody's playing Higurashi. If you guys like Spoopy, we could drop in Sweet Coelho, maybe? Coelho? In your defense, we're used to stuff not working right. Thank you, Lemon. Thank you for understanding. Would you guys like to listen to more reading in the form of Higurashi? So, Spoopy, the spooky happenings of a bunch of anime girls. But, yeah. So, The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas Brillig and the oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this one, guys. 'Twas Brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the momraths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the man's own foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He lifted dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Callooh, Callay, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas Brillig and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the momraths outgrabe. But let's see. Normally my job to find out why it's not working and fix it. This is quite time in comparison to what I'm used to. Chill vibes, nothing's on fire, no one crashed the car. Yes, thankfully we don't have a car to crash, lest it would be very much so on the side of the road. Although hopefully not. But the other day I did have another flat tire. It was like less than 2 weeks. It was such a pain in the ass. But I think let's give Sweet Coelho some love. It looks like a cozy story time and whispers of the scary variety. Coello. Is it here right? Your boy wasn't working. Do you need help? That my boy wasn't working. my bot, yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't the bot's fault. I accidentally deleted streamer bots, like entirely. So I messed up. I messed up. um, Unfortunately, we don't have a raid message. Sorry, all of my bot is still needing fixed. I'm gonna try and get as much as I can um, back up and running, but yeah, it's because I accidentally deleted streamer bot, so I have to start anew. Anyways, have a good night. Thank you, Rin. Thank you, Zen Labs. Thank you, Lemon. Thank you, Ketchup. Thank you, Silicon. Thank you, all my dear, for all being here. Thank you to the lovely Trash Pandas and all my new followers. Greatly appreciate it, and I hope to hopefully see you tomorrow. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll figure it out. Good night.